Windows 11 isn't that old yet, but Microsoft will continue to run its lifecycle project the way it has been, meaning that is a continuous system where they will continue to release new editions, new versions of Windows 11 in the coming years. And as those new versions come in, the older ones will phase out. And that means that there are already some Windows 11 versions that are end of life. And obviously, as the end of Windows 10 approaches and happens, it'll only become more frequent, and you'll switch from basically managing your current maybe Windows 10 machines towards managing the Windows 11 machines and ensuring that they are on a version that is fully supported. Now, in order to help you manage which Windows 11 devices are on the latest version or on a supported version, and which ones need to be migrated or upgraded to a newer version, we have a couple of resources and obviously a platform that can help you great with that. And in order to showcase you how you can better manage your Windows 11 lifecycle, we are going to go and hop into Lansweeper, and I'll show you exactly how we can help you in there. So here within Lansweeper, I'm on the OS lifecycle page where we have an overview of all of our operating systems and when or what the current stage supported stage is, when the next stage will happen, so that you can better manage and see, at least have an overview of when your operating systems are going end of life, so you can start managing that better. Obviously, now we're interested in Windows 11 specifically. And the nice thing is that you don't have to manually search through this list. You can if you want to, but we give the option to create custom views. So to add additional columns to this as you want, or to filter it. So what I've done and prepared already is a specific filter for Windows 11. So we just have a view here of all the Windows 11 versions that we have within my specific demo environment here. And this also shows you how many devices we have for each version, what their current stage is, when that stage or when that end of life was reached, and more. So we can see here that we have a lot of Windows 11 devices and Windows 11 versions that are already actually end of life. Here, the 21H2 versions are already end of life. And in order to take a look and see more details, we can obviously just head over to the entire list of all of the Windows 11 devices, where we can get all the information that we want to, or additional information that we want to from any of these devices, or just use this list as a starting point in order to then start working on migrating these versions. Now, there is an alternative way of also looking at this. When we head over to the reports area and then search here for Windows 11, we'll find a report specifically for the Windows 11 end of life. And this will give us a similar overview to the custom view that I've just shown you, with all the Windows 11 devices that we have within our environment, the build, the version, the end of life date, and how many days are remaining, and some additional information. Now, the big difference between the custom views and the report is that here in the report, it is more customizable. This is more of a template that you can use to add any kind of additional data points that you want. Most likely, or how most people will use this, is they'll use this as a starting point for their prioritized list of devices to start upgrading. So you can add additional data points in here. Any data point that Lansweeper retrieves about your devices can be added into the report. So you can add things like the physical location, start prioritizing based on that. You can add things like the type of environment that it is located in, if it is a production or a test environment or a lab environment, depending on what environments you have. You can start prioritizing on that. You can even add additional details, such as the details from Active Directory, what kind of department it's in, and start working or prioritizing based on that. Basically, whatever kind of data point you want to use in order to start prioritizing it, you can add it to this report and use it as a prioritized list to start your efforts towards upgrading to a more supported version. Obviously, if you are interested in more data about these specific devices, you can head over to any of them simply by clicking on them. It'll give you an overview of the basic details of that device. We have a lot more, obviously. So if you head over to the config tag, we'll give you all sorts of information, anywhere from certificates to drivers to specific details about the Windows operating system. We'll have info on the motherboard, the CPU, the memory that's installed, all the hardware details basically, and much more. Obviously, we give you an entire list of all the software that is installed, including things like antivirus and the SQL Server information that is there, and much more. that you can all use for not just the lifecycle management, but any other use case that you might have that falls within the IT operations space. And you can connect it to any other tool that you have in order to improve the efficiency and the data that those tools are using as well. So if you want to try this out, the report that I've shown you is on our website, as well as additional guidance. And you can always start your free trial to try it out yourselves. That'll be it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.